What it do, what it do, how y'all feeling? Welcome to Ash Neil's Radio. I am your host, Ash Neil. That is I. So, we talking to y'all. Yes. Now, it's been a minute since I discussed the Karmelo Anthony situation. New things have came out, of course. He was indicted, right, on murder charges. I think it was first-degree murder. One of the other things that happened was he was charged as an adult. And in the beginning of this whole situation, people was real vocal and against Karmelo Anthony. And one of those people were, Charleston White. He basically said the same shit that everybody was saying. If you bring a knife to school, then, you should be charged, which we found out it wasn't at school. It track meet. But hey, that's neither here nor there. But he was real vocal against Karmelo Anthony. And he has now came out to apologize. Crazy thing. And I understand where he's coming from. Because when this first happened, I was making the case that, this is self-defense. This is. I was talking about how, the Metcalf brothers, right? Both of them, they were a threat to Karmelo. And when we found out that it was at a different location, not at school, oh, yeah. It was like, okay, so you can't hold that narrative that he brought a weapon to school. So I was critical of Charleston when he came out in the beginning and said that Karmelo's guilty. But I accept his apology, and I understand where he's coming from. So let's go ahead and listen to what he has to say.
Since I said that, I want to take the time to apologize to Karmelo Anthony's family. Man, I was all the way wrong about that kid. I was all the way wrong about that kid, homie.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was all the way wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly. I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there with him because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side. One of the white boys was on that side. So either way go, they had him blocked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mother don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must.
Did he say Austin whooped his daddy? Is that what Charleston just said? Let me see.
An abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just come and get in the light. He just come and get in the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid. They no, because he black. Get from up under the tent. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab, he broke his daddy's ligaments. Big old strong cracker. He should have killed both of them. He should have killed both them Peckerwoods. With a that's minding his motherfucking business, that don't bring harm to nobody. This kid ain't a bad kid. These bully white boys just fuck with the black baby. So now they trying to make it about race. No, it ain't about race. Justice was served when he killed that cracker. Self-defense. And the reason I say that is, anybody can go see the video. Why do you think the media outlets ain't promoting to go see this video. You can go up to the school to see it. And if you go up to the school and see it, we all to see this kid will be found not guilty.
Now, that's what I was saying. I do want to see the video. I'm going to look for it, but he said you got to go up to the school and see it. I'm going to see if somebody got it. But there's a lot being said about this case. In the beginning, they were talking about, there was a party previously before the track meet, and something about Austin and Karmelo's girlfriend, or Karmelo and Austin's girlfriend. This was the beginning of it, right? Some new information came out about this so-called party that we're going to get into. But we need the video. We need the video.
But because it's in an all-white town in Crackerville, and they done made it about race, whoever Sarah Fields is, Sarah Fields, you a rotten motherfucker. And if I just had some time, I would put an army behind this family, but I ain't got time. It's supposed to be an army because Sarah Fields and the father and somebody who works for the court have been releasing Karmelo Anthony's family information to Sarah Fields. She's been putting it online, and the white folk been going. So they've been having to move. All those lies made up, homie, they can't even get the GoFundMe money. So they had to
Hold on, yeah, because I seen something about Miss Sarah. Hold on, let's see. I seen something about this Sarah Fields person. And what I did was I went to go follow her. Yes, I did. I wanted to see Miss Sarah Fields, and she's been going in. She has been going in on Charleston White and Karmelo Anthony. Now, mind you, hold on, let me see. It was this video. Hold on. I think she took it off. I think she took it down. Maybe not. But yeah, she's been spreading misinformation about the Karmelo family, the Anthony family. And I guess Charleston started calling her out. Yeah, this is the kind of person she is. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know what was going on with this firefighter, but the chief, they are trying to get him fired. And yeah, we ain't going for it. All right, here we go. So Charleston has some shit to say. Hold on, let me see. We're gonna get to this real quick.
Oh, we back on Twitter Live. Anybody up this time of night on Twitter? Yeah, some motherfuckers up. What's up? What's up, the niggas? Hold up, something done happened. I didn't mean to do this. Say, what's up, Twitter? Say, there's a white woman by the name of Sarah J. Fields. Say she go sue me. Bitch, so, hoe, you got to serve me, bitch. Give a fuck about being sued. All I care about is going to jail, bitch. Give a fuck about no funky-ass white bitch that's online, lying.
Shit.
Lying-ass white bitch, and you're a meth whore. You gonna sue me because I said you was an ex-meth whore and you sold cunt for meth.
Oh. Shit.
You lying on the Karmelo Anthony family. And you telling those lies in the name of telling the truth. So why I can't tell the truth in the name of telling the truth, but you calling it a lie? Everybody know you an ex-meth whore, bitch. And anybody done meth, you ain't just always had cash, pay for the meth. Addiction don't work like that. Bitch, I know whole.
Yo, Charleston was on her head, huh? Hold on, I want to see what she's been saying. Cause yeah, it seems like she's the one that's been real vocal about Karmelo and spreading misinformation. I don't know if she was the one that started the whole lie about them receiving the GoFundMe money and buying a house and a car. Yeah, Megyn Kelly had some dumb shit to say. Hold on.
He went under this tent that, I guess each team sets up their own tent, and Karmelo Anthony wasn't part of this team's tent. And so Austin Metcalf went over to him, these are the early reports, and said, leave. And he said no, and said, I guess I should quote exactly, but said, if you try to put hands on me, you're going to be sorry. Hold on, let me get it. Exactly. From the police report, reveals that Anthony told an officer right after, I was protecting myself. He heard the cop say he was the alleged killer, and Karmelo Anthony said, "I'm not alleged. I did it." He inquired to an officer if what he did was self-defense.
Yeah, she basically rehashing what her bigoted ass said earlier in the case, because everybody's trying to use that. They were trying to use the fact that he admitted to being the guy that stabbed Austin as an admission to guilt. Okay, admission to guilt of what? Murder or self-defense? Because that's what everybody's saying. They're saying, like, bro, he's not going to hide the fact that he's the person, but it wasn't what y'all say it is. But there was a video. I think this is it right here. So this was a conversation. So this is new revelations, I guess. And this is a conversation of someone who had information on Karmelo's statement. Because Karmelo came out and said what was going on about the case and what happened prior to in this party. So this, I guess, was a Twitter space. I don't know what it was. Is being highlighted as evidence or something. Court of public opinion. Everybody's trying to figure out, well, what do you mean about this party? Now, mind you, it's going to be some graphic shit because the new spiel. This is the new spiel, mind you. Charleston White said the media is not even blowing this up no more how they used to. But they don't want you to go check the video. None of it, right? This new one kind of messed me up. And it kind of put in perspective what they meant about that previous party.
Well, some guys don't respond.
And make sure we knew the exact story.
What was that?
That was one of the things. What she basically said was, so the pool party thing did happen. What happened was when he got out the water, they start singing "I'm Blessed." So all the girls start singing it like the whole damn pool party. And pretty much it got back to the school, and that's pretty much it, spread it around,
Okay.
Yes. So that's pretty much, and he was embarrassed really by it. It wasn't like a glory moment for him. It was actually a, kind of embarrassing moment, basically. So there's that. Yeah.
So it seems like Karmelo was at a pool party and he jumped in the water, got out, and they start singing the song that I'm blessed. I guess his shit was showing. Okay. That gives context for the previous event prior to the stabbing. But what does that have to do with Austin? Right? Draw the lines. Connect it. Connect the dots. What does that have to do with Austin? Like I said earlier, it was either Austin's girlfriend and Karmelo or Karmelo's girlfriend and Austin. It has to make sense. But if it's one of those, I'm just speculating. If it's one of those situations where everybody's seen his print and they started singing "He's Blessed," was Austin's girlfriend one of the ones singing? I don't know. Let's continue.
And that's understandable. He's a teenager. I mean, come on.
Well, some guys don't respond like that to that.
Right. So, yeah.
If they were at the pool party, he did not recognize them because he was new. He was new there. He didn't recognize them. So what happened was he didn't see them at the party. He did not recognize them at the party. But what happened at the pool party spread around the school. So if they were not there, they learned of it.
Okay. I was just trying to connect the dot how Karmelo knew that's where it stemmed from.
Well, now we know the motive.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And so now...
Now, do we know the motive? Because I'm still trying to connect the dots. It's a lot of vague information, but I guess this is something that Karmelo had personally came out and said. And if he didn't know the people, if he didn't know the guys, if he didn't know Austin and his brother, and this party was something that started this situation? How can that interaction begin? Did they come up to him and say A about the party or A about the tent? A, I heard this. How did it start? Why is this relevant? Why did Karmelo offer this information? Let's find out. Because it's been a minute since I had made a video about Karmelo, and I was waiting for new information. And we're going to just tie it all together ourselves with each other because we're nobody. We don't have all the evidence in front of us, right? I seen videos where somebody was talking about, because Karmelo said this, that that's supposed to have credence. Yes, this is the first statement, at least that I heard, about him after the fact. This is Karmelo saying something finally after he's been indicted and after the fact. And it's like, all right, he's the only one that was there. Everybody else been speculating. Let's see what he has to say. If he had to say this, if this is what he said, hey, I was at a party one day and I jumped in the pool and I got out and they were singing that I was blessed and I was uncomfortable. Next thing you know, I'm stabbing somebody at a track meet. I want to connect them. I just want to connect them. So let's continue to hear this.
Defense will bring it up, and so we know that it occurred. We know that it occurred because it came from Karmelo's own mouth of what happened. And so this is not speculation. This is not something that Charleston just made up and said. You know, Karmelo told his dad what happened, and his dad told Charleston. And so this is true. This is real. Nothing is made up. And so we have to take that to heart. Sometimes people can't believe that they're so close to the right information that they just refuse to believe it. They can't believe. Well, I don't believe that. That's just speculation. No.
Well,
and
I don't know.
You know, make sure we knew the exact story.
I don't know. Because, and this girl right here, Sarah Fields, she's been real vocal. So these people are on Karmelo's side. They're coming out with their spiel, their defense. They're saying, hey, we know people that's close to the Anthony family. They heard directly that Karmelo said something about a party that we all were speculating about earlier. And the party was, a pool party that, I guess this shit was showing. And as the Anthony family's coming out with their stories, you got this person, Sarah Fields, who's probably been spreading misinformation about Karmelo, who's just jumping on it. Like, oh, what the hell are you talking about this party? This makes no sense. You killed the guy. What that got to do with anything? So Charleston, I guess that's why we have Charleston having that interview and apologizing to the Anthony family because he realized that he was wrong. I thought he was wrong. Charleston got on my nerves in the beginning of this, but now that he has came to light, hold on, there was something else on her page that I seen that I want to cover. Now that he finally seen the light, we gotta get behind him. So yeah, this girl, she now she's crying, right? She's crying after spreading lies and trying to smear the Anthony family. Hold on. Damn. Did she scrub? Yeah. Spreading lies after crying. She's crying now that Charleston's on her head after spreading all those lies, right, about the Anthony family. And you got lawyers coming to her backing. And them lawyers like, oh, we got this. We'll handle this. If you want to file a defamation lawsuit, we got you, right? Now, this girl, Sarah, I guess, I don't know. She seems like she's taking it serious. She wants to sue Charleston White. After all that shit she was spreading about the Anthony family, right? Charleston just had his piece, right? She wants to file a lawsuit. And basically, I said, go ahead, because I'm in for it. I just followed her because I want to see what happens. She's suing Charleston for calling her an ex-meth head that we just heard, right? So I said, all right, if you're going to do it. Shit, that's defamation, right? If you could find the fact that, it was a lie, right? If you can claim harm, right? If it harmed you, damaged your character, if it cost you any emotional pain, financial pain, go ahead. But in that lawsuit, there would be something called discovery. And that's basically what I said. And this is what people don't want to, this is what y'all don't understand. Every time you hear about a lawsuit coming up, right? A defamation lawsuit. And then the lawsuit out of nowhere is gone. That's because the people that's bringing the lawsuit, they don't want to go through discovery. Because then the other team get to go through all the information to see if they are lying. So I said, hey, let's see how this discovery goes during this defamation lawsuit. Because if she drops the case, if out of nowhere this case doesn't go nowhere, because mind you, she is followed. She already sent papers to a so-called attorney. If it doesn't go anywhere, if we don't hear anything about it, oh yeah, she there's some credence to what Charleston said. But let's hear what so she said, I am looking for an attorney. Defamation has consequences, right? And we can go through defamation. Like, I know the defamation case, right? I know the law. You have to prove harm. You have to prove that it's false. You have a lot to prove. And let's see what he said. Let's see what he said to see if there's a case here.
It was a Boy Scout tool that most white people give their elementary kids. You lift it this way, you lift it this way. About 12 items on there. A knife just so happens to be on there. I think even a fingernail file is on there. The knife was so small, it did not penetrate his heart. It was too small. It was a little small knife. They're not telling us this. And they tricked me, and they had me going against a good kid. They really had me going against a good kid, so I'm fucked up about this, my white Republican friend. I'm fucked up. This is what the Democrats did to the poor niggas with the rappers and come on, y'all are doing to, come on, you're gonna do what the Democrats are doing to the blacks. Just give us the truth. We're smart enough conservative. And by the way, my voting record is all conservative. Mike Wallace, you name it. Mona Bailey, me and Mona Bailey. Shelley Pritchard, Jen Hall, I know all of them. Tarrant County GOP Republican Party, I know all of them. All of them. Sarah, I'm in the loop. I mean, I know about you too. Meth whore.
Yeah.
I'm in the loop. So listen to me. They won't tell us that the knife was this small.
So
it was a Boy Scout tool that most white people give their elementary kids.
He said that he's in the loop. He knows. He knows that she's a meth whore. Now, I don't know. Shit. I'm just going off of the information, right? But it's getting serious. So my biggest thing is for Charleston White to come out and finally apologize to the family. Good shit. Because we feel like Karmelo's innocent, right? And we need all soldiers at the ready. All of them. Because in the beginning when, who was that? Dominique Alexander came out to represent the family just to make sure that that Karmelo's civil rights weren't being trampled over. There was a lot of shit about Dominique, right? Granted, right? His past. But his organization was dumbass needed. It was dumbass needed. Because we can see right now, that they're trying to railroad him. They're trying to railroad Karmelo. You have a Case and Allison story where he was out on bail for a year and nobody even knew about it. The news didn't even bring it up. I got to look and see. I don't even know if he was charged as an adult. Karmelo's being charged as an adult. And they charged him with first-degree murder. And a lot of people are trying to get him locked up. In the beginning, they didn't want him to have a bail. So you can have your criticisms about Dominic Alexander. I'll share some of them. But the fact that this case seems like you're trying to violate Karmelo's rights, an organization like Dominique's was needed.